Denver 7 On Demand is brought to you by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Shannon Ogden with the latest from Denver 7. In Colorado, you can get away with covering up child abuse scot-free as long as you keep it secret for 18 months. That is essentially how a judge interpreted state law this week. A judge has dismissed charges against 2 Cherry Creek School District employees accused of failing to report sexual crimes against a student. Not because of guilt or innocence, but because of statute of limitations. Here's Contact 7 Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kowaleski.
Well, I'm extremely disappointed.
DA George Brauchler went on the offensive today.
Gives them an incentive. As long as they can keep a secret for 18 months and a day, they can walk away without responsibility for their conduct.
This story started last year when we learned about criminal charges filed against Prairie Middle School teacher Brian Vasquez, accused and eventually convicted of multiple counts of inappropriate sexual contact with students. He's now serving 40 years in prison. But accountability didn't stop there. The district attorney also filed misdemeanor charges against 3 Prairie Middle School administrators, all 3 accused of failing to report the suspected child abuse.
As it stands right now, if the AG doesn't take up the mantle of this cause on this law, it is unclear whether anybody else, including us, could appeal this. This could be the end of the road for these cases.
Denver 7 asked for comments from the administrators. Reaction to learning charges are now dropped. In a statement, Principal David Gonzalez's attorney wrote, Mr. Gonzalez was made a scapegoat for the repulsive actions of Mr. Vasquez. Such an attempt to grab headlines detracts from holding the actual predator responsible and minimizes the disgusting conduct of Mr. Vasquez by condemning those who live to protect and educate children.
I'm optimistic that the Attorney General's office will do the right thing here and appeal this ruling.
Brauchler essentially saying that an 18-month statute of limitations prevented accountability for school administrators. And now he's asking state lawmakers to remove what he calls a loophole in the law, legislation that is already proposed and already facing strong opposition.
There are 2 huge groups behind the scenes working to scuttle it. One of them is the teachers union, and one of them is my church, the Catholic Church.
Around 200 students and staff at Aurora Hills Middle School will have to be tested for exposure to tuberculosis. Denver Public Health says there's no ongoing risk and that the situation is under control. Right now, we're not, though, being told how the exposure may have happened, as the state says that would violate the patient's privacy rights. So did you go to the King Soopers on Quebec in Stapleton last Thursday, or the urgent care on Havana Street on Friday? If so, I'm afraid you might have been exposed to the measles. The state health department has identified somebody from Denver as being contagious with the measles. That person might have visited any of those locations that we have for you right now on the denverchannel.com. We also have the times that patient may have been there, so go check that out. Well, family, friends, and the rodeo community are mourning the death of a professional bull rider who died after being stepped on by a bull at the National Western Stock Show. There he is right there, Mason Lowe. He's being remembered tonight for his dedication to the sport he loved. This 25-year-old from Missouri was ranked 18th in the world. The stock show is honoring him tonight. Complete coverage for you on Denver 7 at 10. Well, Colorado's doing a lot right now, but could do more for fighting the opioid epidemic. This is according to an exhaustive new study tonight from the American Medical Association. Researchers found that Colorado is expanding treatment options for addicts, but still falls short in the rural regions. The same sort of mindset applies to naloxone. Now, experts say Colorado's doing a great job of getting that overdose reversing drug in the hands of first responders and families, but does not do enough to help addicts stay clean. For 15 months, they have bargained, and either something's going to give soon or there could be a strike. DPS and the teachers union have blocked off tomorrow and Friday from 9 to 9 to work out a deal on pay. And if they fail to reach an agreement, teachers could vote to strike the next day. We are monitoring progress and will let you know what comes of tomorrow's session. From the First Alert Weather Center, let's take a look at your forecast. We actually have some fun going on. Lovely, calm day tomorrow, and then get some snow in the mountains, perhaps a little bit down here in the metro, a cool weekend, and then maybe some shovelable snow late Monday into Tuesday. All right, this has been a Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us. Check back later. We'll have another one for you. And download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Shannon Ogden.